What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett.
I'm Lance.
And this is RANTS RS.
As always, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Before we get too far into this video, I just want to tell y'all we had some technical difficulties that we had to redo some of these Umbrella Academy videos, but we're doing our best to try to finish them up and get them out there for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said, we are on Umbrella Academy Season 2, Episode 9.
So, so we're having to do this one video over, like he said, because of technical difficulties.
Something happened with the camera. Decided, hey, we're not going to record.
Yeah, and we didn't realize it until it was way too late. So, I had to wait a few days. So now, here's our review. So as many of y'all know, we're just going to do a quick review. My first question of the thing was Vanya's LSD dream. Like, how did Bean get into it? Is what I would love to know. You know, when they're in the FPS thing, I didn't understand.
That's a really good question. I didn't. I don't know.
He's a ghost.
I don't understand how she even saw Ben, because Klaus has the ability to commune with the dead, right? Mm-hmm. But how he can just make anybody see the dead if he wants to? I mean, I don't understand that.
I don't understand. I'm getting really kind of confused.
I don't know if that's just like a plot hole and they're just like, whatever, people ain't even going to think like this, so let's just do it.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit kind of confused about Ben's character exactly. You know, it's like all of a sudden now he's able to, which he was able to do some stuff in Season 1. Yeah. But all of a sudden now it's like possession, and now he's able to go into people's dreams.
I think when it comes to the Klaus possession thing, that all has to do with Klaus being sober.
But then how does it get into Vanya?
Because remember, he couldn't slap Klaus that time until Klaus was clean. But now, the Vanya thing, that's a good question. I don't know about that.
I didn't understand
but the possession thing, I think it's because Klaus is off the drugs and stuff. But
I mean, you know, when it come to that was my biggest qualm with that episode was I didn't understand what was the thing about the white violin too.
Yeah, see,
and
that
how did he get inside of the
something,
white,
but I think that I'm gonna have to do some research
reference
to figure that out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But
yeah, I think
that's a question I kind of had about episode 8 was: are we sure Luther chose the right 5?
No.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not. You know, that was a hard choice, and you know he eventually did. He got kicked in the balls. He eventually did get the right one, which I would have shot both of them at that point. But
now, see, my thing was, you know, he chose the young 5. The only reason he chose the young 5 is because that's the 5 everyone wants to keep on the show. I think. You know, like the old 5 wouldn't make sense still on the show.
But I'm still a little bit confused about that episode when it comes to that, because 5 he gives the old 5 the coordinates to go back in time and be there and be the right thing. So why didn't he turn into an old man if it was the right coordinates? You get what I mean? Like young 5 promised old 5 that, hey, at that moment that he was going to be brought back, you know, which would have been the very first episode of season 1.
If he got the
I don't understand why, if he was given the right coordinates, why he didn't just automatically turn into the old 5, and again he didn't turn into the old 5.
Did he give him the coordinates before Luther kicked him into the wormhole?
Yeah, he told him. He says you missed the destiny.
Oh yeah, because he was like, I knew it didn't look right. You're right.
Yeah.
So I don't know about
understand that. I didn't understand that aspect of it.
You know, there's a lot of things in this season that I kind of was like, I'm not quite. But maybe that's Umbrella Academy's thing. We're gonna not answer shit so that we can answer it kinda in the next season. See, that's the one thing I kind of have a question about that. You know, The Boys season 3, they're already telling you who's going to be in it.
Yeah, I know.
Season 3 of this ain't even been confirmed.
Yeah, I know. And
I'm starting to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit worried about that
too. Usually by the time they air the next season, they've already confirmed the next one. You know.
Yeah, because they knew it was going to be a hit and it was even bigger hit than what they even
I don't know
imagined.
if maybe COVID's playing a part in that too. Postponing everything.
I'm almost kind of wondering if that's actually a real part of it because
let's wait till after the election. We'll probably find out.
Yeah, because are they thinking, well, we might not be able to shoot anything for the next 2 years?
Yeah,
something like that. So I mean, what are we gonna do with television? It's gonna be all animation. You're gonna hate it, but I'm gonna love it. When it comes to animated shows,
I just won't have TV.
You'll have your sports or whatever
sports
or whatever this COVID sports thing is related to.
I'm gonna be whittling sticks. Yeah. Doing crafts.
But at least we got to find out what AJ's File 743 was. That it was a handler. That was the one that
order?
was that would kill order.
The kill order on her parents. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, when I first saw that, I was like, what on earth is that fish doing? What could have been that thing?
I got a question about on episode 8 when Carl and Sissy are talking about she needs to talk to the priest so they can save their marriage because she cheated on him with Vanya.
Yeah.
And Harlan's drawing, and it shows Carl flying off. Was he predicting the fact that he was going to kill his dad?
But see, Vanya doesn't have that power. So how? So, I guess being able to read the future. So exactly. So this is the confusing part.
Yeah, but I mean, they might not have the exact same powers.
Yeah, but how could she? If it was her powers that had gone into him and manifested.
Well, see, that's what
her power.
See, that's why I said earlier on. I think she added to his powers. I think he already had some powers.
Good, Ben.
That they just didn't know about.
What would be the chance of that she just happens to come across the one person that really actually has powers? Because the whole 1989 thing was supposed to have been a big deal, and
that's true,
so I didn't really understand that. But as far as
or maybe because they the only reason 1989 is a big deal is because they showed up there and told him about 1989. Maybe there was people that were born with powers before, but Reginald just didn't know it.
Could very well been
until they showed up and told him.
But see, as far as
I don't know.
And I'll tell you another thing that happened in the future. But I understand it a little bit more. The handler. I don't know what her connection with Lila is, but she knows something about Lila that she's wanting to bring out because and I think I know what it is. I think what it is she got number 5 to be the one that killed the parents so that Lila in the future would hate him once she found out.
I don't think
and
that
then
was the only point.
She could use that against Diego.
I don't think that was the only point. I think the reason she had her family assassinated was because it was in 89. Or it was in 90 something.
Yeah,
so she was born in 89. So I think she has powers.
Yeah, they're hinting at that.
Yeah.
So, but all of that just kind of makes it to me like a big.
But she could read the timeline, so maybe she did have 5 be the assassination.
So that when the time
she could hold Lila against them.
Yeah, because I mean she's already
Lila's love for Diego gonna be enough to
probably
pull her back.
I mean, I don't see how she could be with a guy whose brother killed her parents, like brutally murdered her parents. Like I don't see how she could be. Like she's just not gonna be like, oh, well, I forgive you.
Well, he didn't do anything.
No, I'm talking about with number 5. Talking about like
I don't know. They forgave Happy and Mayans for killing their mom.
Yeah, you gotta go like that. I can't argue with that logic.
so maybe.
So what you're saying it's happened before? It's happened again. So fair enough on that.
He straight pulled the trigger on their mom, and they're like, "Oh, it's cool. You were paid."
Yeah, I know.
Let's go get a beer.
Yeah, I didn't really get that.
Let's sit on the couch. Let's sit on the couch and pet your dog.
Yeah, I know. but you know, see.
So I mean, I guess.
So I guess it does happen. Yeah. So I guess it does happen. But another thing that as far as Vanya's concerned, I want to know if Sissy is going to be prosecuted for Carl's murder.
I don't think so because it shows them leaving the state. They were already out the state. Remember, they were in New Mexico.
They. When
this is just a redo.
Yeah, when it comes to Sissy, I just kind of wonder if, like, how is she going to get away with it, even if she does leave?
I don't know. So, well, maybe Harlan's just going to be like, watch this. You try to arrest my mom, I'll just blow you up.
Well, I know. That's kind of what I'm almost kind of think's going to happen. Because I know eventually, if she doesn't go with Vanya to the future or whatever, it's going to eventually turn out where the cops are going to catch up with them eventually. So that could be the culprit that causes
his brother's a cop.
Harlan to be the bad guy.
His brother's a state trooper.
Yeah, but see, that could be the thing.
You think he ain't gonna go look for who killed his brother?
That's what I'm thinking.
Or are they automatically gonna be like, oh, it was that Vanya girl who killed him because she's in love with Sissy? Oh, and then now Vanya's gone.
Yeah, but then Sissy's gone. And they already know that she was with Sissy.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So, I mean, I don't know.
They're going to think it was Vanya and that she took Carl and, or Harlan and Sissy with her.
Makes me
they're going to be like, unsolved case.
Well, it could be. It makes me interested in just what season 3 is going to be like, even for Sissy. Like, I'm kind of curious.
Is she even going to be a part of it? Because, I mean, I don't see a point in her.
I did not.
Other than Harlan.
I did not really enjoy it. She hit Vanya with the car. Vanya was her babysitter while she was off sleeping with her husband.
Now I'm sleeping with you.
And then when her husband was gone, she slept with her.
She had a nanny fetish.
Basically, literally, yes. Actually, she did. So, I mean, I just kind of felt like, and then when Carl would come back, she'd be like, well, she's my husband. But then as soon as Carl leaves, she's like, let's go. Like, I mean, it was just always something with...
Now, my thing is... What exactly happened to Ben? Did he finally cross over? Or did Vanya just absorb him?
You know, I was wondering that too. Did she destroy his soul? Like, did she, like, literally...
I kind of think he just crossed over because that was the only way to save her.
Yeah, but then why was it, like, such a heartbreaking moment? Be like, hey, you're not a ghost and have to deal with Klaus all the dang time anymore. They would probably all...
Maybe it's so heartbreaking because they never got to... I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know, that's something that bothered me when I actually watched the video because I was like...
Maybe it's heartbreaking because he's going to miss Klaus. I mean, yeah, they fought all the time with their brothers, so... I mean, that's
fair enough, but I mean... I probably would not want to be aware of the things that Klaus was making
I don't know.
aware of.
Ben was okay with doing those things in Klaus's body, so...
Yeah, I know. I mean, all of that was weird. Like, I didn't understand why he possessed the...
I didn't understand... Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
What was the point
I
of that?
don't understand why Klaus's, like, big rule was no touchy down there.
Well, because that was a very...
And then Ben's like, okay...
I understand why Klaus says that because that was the very first thing.
Ben's a creeper.
Yeah, he was warning him.
Oh, okay.
Like, so I mean, you know, there's all that. But I mean, you know, I don't know. I kind of almost wonder if
AJ Carmichael was the worst villain I've ever seen. 5 killed him so easily. Like,
I know.
Well, okay, wait, he didn't kill him. He captured him. She killed him. She swallowed him.
Let's say he turned around in his little swivel chair, and he hid under a desk. Yeah, and he hid under the desk.
He swam around in a bowl for a while.
Yeah, and then he got ate, and that was
like,
it.
You know the thing about being a fish?
Yeah.
Sharks eat fish.
Well, I mean, that was
what?
To me, that was kind of he was just a waste of a character.
I new head.
Yeah, I think you did. It looks like your dog chewed it.
He probably did.
But
anyway,
when it comes to that, I was just like, I didn't understand what was the point of AJ Carmichael in there if they weren't going to make him something big.
Yeah,
why put him into
from the trailer and everything like that? I'm like, oh, this is the new villain.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be like this
crazy.
Big guy.
I also wondered how come his name wasn't Klaus though.
Why? Oh yeah. Oh man, I didn't even think of that. That would have been perfect.
If you had a German accent, that would have been awesome.
That actually would have been. I would have watched it with that. And you know, one of my last things when it comes to the whole Umbrella Academy is what is Diego's deal with the Kennedy assassination?
I don't know. That was all about, like, thwarting his dad. Like, he thought his dad planned on killing him, so he was just going to save him to be like, hey, screw you, Dad. Yeah, like, that was the whole point.
Yeah, but and then this is another thing.
But you already got payback by making his wife leave him.
Yeah, and I didn't understand, like, why did the chauffeur show him the note and distracting while the president was being killed. But then Hargreaves acts pissed because they killed Kennedy. Well, what did you think was going to happen?
What did the note say? Ha ha or something?
Yeah, or something like
miss
that.
Me or something.
But I mean, and then as soon as he found out, then the shots ran out and all that.
My thing is, what is Hargreaves? Is he a fish? Is he an alien? Is he what the hell is he?
You know what? He kind of reminded me of the fish guy off of Hellboy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
He kind of reminded me of that.
That's exactly what I thought.
And if they actually knew what he was, then why did they provoke him so much?
See, I don't think that. I think they knew something, 12. But I didn't think they knew the extent of it because they all sat up in anticipation when he started taking his mask off or his skin off.
Yeah, one guy was like,
to see. They wanted to see what he was.
Yeah.
So I think they suspected, and I think maybe that one guy knew because he was like, "I'll tell the world who you really are."
But see, it also brings into question, he was dealing with the NASA project. Mm-hmm. So exactly what?
Oh, maybe he's just maybe he's not an alien. Maybe he just got severely radiated, turned into something.
It could very well be.
Like Luther was normal, and then they gave him that crap, and he became a gorilla man.
He could have been. I mean, there's so many little things that I kind of just wonder exactly. What was his fascination with space? Is he a spaceman? Is he something from another dimension?
I think he's
or what
from
is
the
it?
dark side of the moon. And so
he
he's
very
sent
well
everybody
could
up there, maybe to investigate
because
if there's any of his species left. Or?
That would really explain why Luther was up there.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm
saying.
saying.
It's that too. Finally, what is the anomaly?
I think it's Harlan.
Yeah, but I thought they took off. Didn't they? Did they take off?
Later.
Well, no, after they killed Carl, I thought they took off in a car.
And then he started freaking out. She had him in the barn, remember? Because he was all glowing. You saw the light coming out the barn when the episode went off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but see, I just remember the part where Sissy just takes off with him. See, I was confused about that. So, see, that's the one thing about Harlan. There's more to Harlan.
There's a lot more to Harlan.
I think Harlan is going to be a big factor in season 3. I just don't know how, or if there will be a season 3 at this point. Yeah. I mean, that's something that we've got to, find out. But overall, I think that's about all I've got to say on it.
That's what I have for episode 9. 10 is coming soon. That one is up, ready to go. But
so is 9 now.
9 should be fixed,
we're good
guys.
To go.
Thanks for being patient with us on this. We had hoped to finish this a lot sooner, but like as we said, technical difficulties, but I think we got it fixed.
I think we got it now. Yeah, I think we're good now. As always, guys, don't forget to share and like our
leave
videos.
Comments and subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000.
And when you subscribe, click the notification bell so you stay up to date when we drop a new video.
Subscribe and get a friend to subscribe. And a friend's friend to subscribe. And let's just keep this chain going.
Yeah, let's grow the family.
Take care, guys.